Secretary Roque reaction sa statement ng former Foreign Affairs Secretary Albert de Rosario that President Duterte betrayed the Constitution by setting aside the 2015 arbitral ruling. Secretary de Rosario also alleged that sometime in 2016 that China bragged that it was able to influence the 2016 elections to favor President Duterte. He also said that Chinese President Xi Jinping said that he vowed to protect President Duterte from being removed from power. Your comment, please.
Kalokohan po yan coming from a proven traitor. Siya po ang nagpaalis sa ating mga kasundaluhan sa Boro na naging dahilan na ang China na lang ang natira sa Boro. Mr. Del Rosario, if you want to talk about who the real traitor is, ikaw yun. Ikaw ang namigay ng teritoryo sa China. At ikaw, habang hindi ka makapagpakita na teritoryo na binigay ng Presidente Duterte sa ibang bansa, manahimik ka dyan. Dahil ikaw nga ang may pananagutan dyan. At I enjoin lawyers and other groups to study the legal liability of Albert de Rosario in ceding Scarborough Shoal to China.
From
Mangilabot ka naman sa mga sinasabi mo, no? Ikaw diyang namigay ng teritoryo eh. Mahiya ka sa sarili mo, mahiya ka sa buong bansang Pilipinas.
From Maricel Halili from TV5, ano po ang naging batayan ng IATF sa pagpayag sa minors na makalabas ng bahay? Hindi ba ito delikado na bukod sa wala pa silang bakuna ay may banta pa ng Delta variant? Meron
po talagang banta. Pero ito naman po ay isang desisyon na binuo matapos po ang advice din ng mga dalubhasa. Cost-benefit analysis po ito eh. Kahit sino, ikulong mo sa bahay ng mahigit 1 taon, magkaka-epekto po yan sa mental health. Kaya nga pong ating dahilan kung bakit pinayagan ng limitadong lumabas sa mga outdoor areas ay dahil kinakailangan i-promote ang well-being ng mga bata, lalo na ang kanilang mental health. Now, hindi natin sinasabi na wala ng banta, meron nga po. Kaya kinakailangan, supervise pa rin ng mga adults, kinakailangan ang pag-obserba ng minimum health standard, at ulitin ko po, sa mga open air areas lang po yan.
Opo. Yung second question po ni Maricel Halili ay nasagot niyo na po about yung sinabi po ni Dr. Solante. Yung tanong po ni Lanes Capanti ng GMA News Online about West Philippine Sea, nasagot niyo na rin po, Secretary. From Chris Jose of Remate Online, may tanong po sana kay Secretary Duque, pero kung pwede daw po masagot na rin ninyo or ni Secretary Vince. May bansa po na nire-require ang mga OFWs na pupunta po sa kanilang bansa ay bakunado na ng mga Western brand ng bakuna. Paano po yung ibang OFWs na dahil sa hangarin na mapadali yung pag-alis ay hindi na naghintay pa ng mga Western brand na bakuna? Nagpaturok po halimbawa daw po ng Sinovac. Kailangan po ba nila magpabakuna ulit gamit naman ng Western brand?
Depende na po yan kung anong i-require ng receiving country, no? Pero yung sa kaso po ng mga seafarers natin, dahil talagang yung mga flag carriers ay nagsabi na meron silang rini-require na brand, binigay naman po ni Presidente yung brand na rini-require ng kanilang mga employers. So, ang tingin ko po, no, lahat naman po ng OFW natin ay may principle dyan. Kung kinakailangan mag-comply dun sa requirement ng destination country, obligado po na ang employer ang siyang gumawa ng hakbang para mag-comply po dyan.
Opo. Tanong naman po ni Evelyn Quiroz ng Filipino Mirror. Pero ang una po niya sanang tanong ay para kay Secretary Duque. Pero basahin ko na lang din po, baka po pwede rin yung masagot Secretary Roque or Secretary Vince or Secretary Lopez. Local government leaders have expressed concerns of Interagency Task Force Resolutions 124B allowing interzonal travel for all fully vaccinated individuals provided that they only present a domestic vaccination card or certificate of isolation issued by the Bureau of Quarantine, citing lack of consultation and the difficulty to validate vaccination cards. What was decided in the meeting between the LGU heads and the DOH?
Nasagot na po yan, no? Inamendahan na po yung 124-B. Option pa rin po ng LGU mag-require ng RT-PCR habang pinapalawak pa po ng DICT yung database niya ng mga vaccinated individuals. Kapag naman po nakumpleto na yung database, napakadali na po mag-verify. Pero for the time being po, option pa rin po ng LGU kung i-require nilang RT-PCR.
Opo. Secretary, bigay ko po muna sa inyo kasi may tanong pa po yung iba nating kasamahan yata dyan sa area, Secretary.
Yes, Brian?
Mr. Secretary, si Vivian Guya po ng ABS-CBN may tanong po sa inyo.
Yes, Vivian.
Good afternoon, Secretaries and Mayor. Kay Mayor Zamora po muna, after vaccinating with at least first dose 70% of your population, have you seen so far any developments sa inyong COVID cases dito na posibleng epekto nitong vaccination rate ninyo?
As of yesterday, ang ating number of active cases dito sa San Juan ay 79 na lang. And this is coming from a high of 1,226 last April 12. And we have not gone beyond the 100 mark in a very long time. So, nakikita natin yung correlation ng number of vaccinees vis-a-vis yung ating active cases. But of course, I don't want to make people be complacent. Yes, we are vaccinating at a rate of 3,000 to 4,000 a day, but we still have to remind everyone to wear masks, to follow health and safety protocols such as social distancing. But specific to your question, 79 active cases na lang po tayo sa San Juan.
May we also know how you plan to implement the policy allowing children 5 years old and up to go out? Kasi I understand that LGUs are allowed to increase the age restriction for San Juan City. Ano po ang plano ninyo sa pagpapatupad nito?
Kagabi po, nagkaroon ng pagpupulong ang Metro Manila Council and it was, actually sorry, hindi pala kagabi. Yesterday morning, no, before lunch, we had a meeting and it was agreed that the Metro Manila Council will come up with a resolution wherein cities will determine which among the parks, open areas, public areas, ang pwedeng puntahan. So, proposal pa lang ito. We will have to discuss further with the other mayors of kung ano magiging policy. But syempre, ang IATF naglabas na ng guidelines din ho niya, no? So, we will just have to reconcile whatever guidelines they have versus the Metro Manila Council guidelines. But siyempre ho, kung ano ang polisiya ng national government, tayo naman po ay susunod. Ang kailangan lang ho namin talagang siguraduhin ang tamang implementasyon po nito sa aming mga lungsod.
Okay. For Secretary Roque, Secretary Dizon, earlier na-mention ni Representative Zamora na nabakunahan po siya ng 4 doses ng COVID vaccine, 2 Sinopharm, and then 2 Pfizer. Allowed na po ba? Ano po ba ang policy ng government natin? Allowed na po ba yung mixing and matching of COVID vaccines? And are there any violations that you are seeing here since yung una niyang vaccination ng Sinopharm was December before the EU, before an EUA was issued po on Sinopharm?
Si Mayor Zamora, being the son of Congressman Zamora, will answer.
Vivian, ang masasabi ko lang sa inyo, yung naging vaccination ni Congressman Noni Zamora ay upon doctor's orders. Siya po kasi ay naka-quadruple bypass 16 years ago, na-kidney transplant 6 years ago. He is immunocompromised. He is a person with comorbidity and he is 76 years old. So, ang doktor ho niya ang nagbigay ng orders po dyan at yun po ang direksyon ng kanyang physician po.
But when it comes to the policy, allowed na po ba ang mixing and matching of COVID vaccines?
Hindi pa po, pinag-aaralan pa po yan. And I don't think this qualifies as mixing kasi he had 2 doses of one and then 2
right.
doses later.
But magkaibang brand po yung first two
Yes,
and
but the
the
mixing is
second two.
iba yung first, iba yung second.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Okay. So, alam nyo, I think we are out of time. One round from the journalist present, please. Yusek Roque muna. Yusek Roque.
Yes. Opo, Secretary, baka maano tayo na MPC, maaga nagpadala ng mga questions sa mga to. Tanong po ni... Dali lang po, Tanong po ni... Evelyn Quiroz pa rin po. May natira siyang tanong para po kay DTI Secretary. Pasensya na po, hindi ko po alam kung ito po ay nasabi na niya kasi ako humabol lang di po sa press con. Ito po tanong niya, the DTI has reported that the number of enterprises that closed their operations amid the coronavirus disease 2019 pandemic went down to 10% in June due to the easing of community quarantine restrictions, which has allowed more businesses to resume operations, whether partial or full. Do you see this trend improving further on into the coming months?
Yes, we see that improving. As long as magtuloy-tuloy yung ating GCQ sa ngayon at sa karamihan ng lugar. Alam nyo, una yan, kung titingnan nyo last year, dati 38% yan. In fact, bumaba na siya up to 4% nitong February. Kaya lang, nag-ECQ tayo, I'm talking of Metro Manila, NCR+. Nag-ECQ tayo March, tas MECQ April. Kaya yung 4% na sarado, maganda na sana nun, umakyat na naman yan sa mga 16%. So, yung 10% ngayon is an improvement from the 16%. So, ibig sabihin, kung tuloy-tuloy tayong hindi magkakaroon ng surge, kaya maingat pa dapat talaga lahat ng ating kababayan, tsaka yung vaccination rollout natin, lahat magpabakuna, para yung 10%, tuloy-tuloy bumaba uli to 4% or even balik sa dati nating kinalalagyan na maraming bukas na mga establishmento. So kailangan ang susi talaga diyan yung vaccination at saka yung yung pagsunod, compliance ng ating mga kababayan para hindi ho talaga magkaroon ng surge at hindi na naman tayo bumalik sa ECQ.
Opo, from Ivan Mayrina, tumaas daw po ang bilang ng mga Pilipinong willing magpabakuna from 60% in February to 43% in June base po sa latest survey ng Pulse Asia.
Nagagalak po tayo dyan at talaga naman pong bakuna ang magiging solusyon natin dito sa pandemya at ito po yung tanging paraan para tayo po makapagbalik buhay. So pabakuna na po tayo.
Opo. From Trish Terada ng CNN Philippines, may info daw po that President will meet with Senator Pacquiao. Does Malacanang confirm this? When will the President meet with Senator Pacquiao?
Imposible po, nasa Amerika si Senator Pacquiao.
Opo. From Lay Albis, nasagot niyo na po yung about Northern Samar. From Ace Romero, the President has said he won't allow any attempt to undermine the arbitral ruling 5 years after the issuance of the ruling. What has the administration done to prevent it from being disregarded? Can the administration claim that it has done enough in asserting the Philippines' claims in the maritime dispute?
We have done all that we could given the absence po of an enforcement mechanism under international law. Dahil wala pong pulis na magpapatupad niyan, ginawa na po ng gobyerno ang lahat ng hakbang para nga po magkaroon ng buhay yung desisyon na yan. Kasama na po yung pagtatalumpati ng Presidente sa ating UN General Assembly na sinabi niya na kabahagi na po ng international law ang arbitral decision na yan.
Opo. Last question from Celerina Monte. Follow-up daw po. You're urging other lawyers to study the possibility of filing charges against former DFA Secretary De Rosario. How about the government? Will you initiate an investigation and file charges against him?
I have no time and I don't want to waste my time on him. Pero let us not let him get away with the fact that he gave away Philippine territory.
Thank you, Secretary Roque.
Thank you. So, last question na lang po from Brian.
Mr. Secretary, the last question will be coming from Jacob Lazaro of Signal TV.
Can you hear me? Yeah. Hi, sirs. Thank you so much. Two questions lang po kay Sec Vince, but anyone can jump in. First is, health experts recommend that once we reach 70% or herd immunity, we can start loosening up our health measures. Now, for LGUs that has already achieved this, can they start drawing down their health measures, such as letting go of face shields?
The answer to that is no. Why? Because especially LGUs here in NCR, we all live in a contiguous area, dikit-dikit. So we cannot do that until the entire National Capital Region and its surrounding LGUs have reached the target. Now, we have to be very careful, no, and I enjoin everyone to follow the advice of Secretary Duque and Mayor Francis, na despite being fully vaccinated, we still need to follow the minimum health standards, especially with other variants like the Delta variant looming. No, we really have to be very careful and we need to follow the minimum health standards. So kailangan tuloy-tuloy pa rin tayo ng pagbabakuna, bilisan natin, pero wag tayong magiging complacent, wag tayong magpapabaya, tuloy-tuloy pa rin, mask, hugas, iwas.
Sige, last question po. Sir, once an LGU has vaccinated 100% of its total population, will they still receive doses of the COVID-19 vaccine or hindi na po?
Una, no, our goal is to vaccinate 100% of the target population because we cannot vaccinate the entire population because right now vaccines are yet to be allowed for minors, no? So again, very clear, 18 and below hindi pa natin pwedeng bakunahan kaya hindi natin mabavaccinate ng 100%. Pero kagaya ng sinabi natin kanina, nag-offer na at hinihikayat natin ang mga LGUs tulad ng San Juan, pag naabot na nila yung 100% ng target population, sana ituloy-tuloy pa rin nila ang pagbabakuna at tulungan nila ang mga kapitbahay nilang mga LGU, pati na rin ang mga probinsya sa labas ng NCR. And pumayag naman si Mayor Francis doon, nagpapasalamat tayo sa kanya. So to your question, yes, makakatanggap pa rin ng doses para matulungan ng ibang mga syudad.
Thank you so much po.
Okay. Dahil wala na tayong mga karagdagang mga katanungan, maraming salamat kay Mayor Francis Zamora. Maraming salamat kay Congressman Zamora, Ronnie Zamora. Maraming salamat kay Secretary Lopez, kay Secretary Vince. Maraming salamat kay Brian. Maraming salamat din kay Yusek Roque. Maraming salamat sa mga kasama natin sa Malacanang Press Corps at sa local press corps na nag-cover po dito sa ating Green Hills. Dito po sa atin ngayon sa Green Hills. Sa ngalan po ng ating Presidente, Rodrigo Roa Duterte, muli po nating kinokongratulate ang San Juan dahil 100% na po ng kanilang populasyon ang nabakunahan ng first dose. At hinihimok po natin ang lahat ng syudad at ang munisipyo ng buong Pilipinas na sana sa lalong madaling panahon ay makamit din ang 100% na first dose. Magandang umaga po sa inyong lahat at mabuhay po ang Pilipinas.